Whether Azusa's a hunter or whether I'm a lycanthrope, none of it matters. Our interpersonal relationships aside, our dorm is being monitored by both hunters and vampires. In order to avoid unnecessary trouble, we decide to take refuge at our workplaces. Elina and Nicola went to the casino staff room, Inamura went to Awaji's place, whilst Azusa, Miyu and I moved to our nap room at work. After quickly putting together the things I need, I take a look at my phone. According to Azusa, it appears that Anna got shot. If that were the case, I'm a little anxious about her condition.
Anna-sanにメールしてる?
Yeah, I sent 2 today, but she hasn't replied. She nods, looking depressed. If by any chance something happened to her, then... Oh, they're called anti-magic shells, right? What happens when you get hit with one of those?
体内のヴァンパイアウイルスが壊されるんだけど、発熱してかなり苦しむって、ショック死することもあるって聞いたことがある。
It looked like she got hit, right?
でも、普通の弾だったのかも。アンナさんにもしものことがあったら、もっと大変なことになってると思うし。
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if a vampire accidentally fired. Then we might be able to avoid the worst case scenario. The reason Azusa isn't saying her usual words of comfort is because she is fairly worried herself. Right after I was captured by Ogi Motoki, Azusa heard the story between Anna and her mother. You must be anxious about what happened to your mother.
アンナさん、どうして急にそんなことを言ったのかな?
Maybe she wanted you to distance yourself from her. If Azusa's mother was a hunter, then there's definitely a chance that she was killed by Anna, who once participated in fighting against humans. However, did she have to tell Azusa with that timing? Maybe she didn't want to drag you into the conflict and told you something like that on purpose. Anna-san once told me to leave the island for a trip, so I'm sure your situation is... I know there isn't much weight to my words, but as long as she believes it, then it's fine. Rather, she may have realized that we'll be walking our separate ways and revealed a hint of her true feelings, but once again, I have no evidence.
アンナさんが。
She squeezes the mirror in her hands firmly. All that I can do right now is stay by Azusa's side and comfort her as much as possible. I've had first-hand experience in knowing just how much that helps. The only question is whether I can support her or not. That's also a charm, right?
吸血鬼は鏡に映らないって言うから、古い狩人はみんな鏡を持っていたんだって。
When I look into the mirror, my face gets reflected back. The belief that vampires don't have reflections is obviously a superstition.
思い込みに惑わされないようにって、おばば様がくれたの。
You won't know until you've had a good look at others, huh?
そういうこと。
It doesn't just apply to vampires, but to hunters too, and Ogi Motoki, lycanthropes. A voice suddenly echoes in my head. Lycanthropes. Multiple abilities?
ゆうとくん、大丈夫？頭痛？
It might be the school.
学院がどうしたの？
I don't know. Maybe Giordano is there.
わかった。すぐみゆちゃん呼んでくる。着いたわ。本当にここにジダーノが。
We won't know unless we search. Hold on a moment. I walk into the school grounds from the main gate. There's no evidence of him being here. However, if Giordano had really been shot by the hunter's bullets... I prostrate myself on the ground and brush my nose against the paving. My sense of smell comes in handy during these situations. Having taken Azusa's blood, my nose has become more sensitive than normal vampires, if I can detect anything.
見つけた?
I don't know, but there's an unusual smell coming from here.
校舎内じゃないのね?
Nope. Man, sniffing around isn't gonna be fun. 30 minutes later. Arriving at the corner of the flower bed like a police dog, we begin digging up the ground with a shovel. A few pale flowers are blooming within the black soil.
死んでいるってこと？
Yeah, most likely.
事件が起きたのが2週間くらい前だから。
No, even earlier. We finally managed to dig out the corpse wrapped in a vinyl sheet. The smell of decay was strong, but the condition of the corpse doesn't seem all that bad, perhaps due to being buried deep under the soil. I'm going to lay it out. 1, 2. I undo the vinyl sheet and confirm the body inside. It's Giordano, all right.
どうしてわかったの？
またあの声が？
No, not because of that. But first of all, Giordano should be carrying a mobile phone somewhere. Let's have a look. After expert analysis on the corpse we discovered, we confirmed that it indeed belonged to Giordano. The cause of his death was shock from the anti-magic shell. Multiple bullet wounds were found all over his body, which were believed to be the cause of death.
吸血鬼に拉致されたと聞いて心配したが、お手柄だったな、ムツラ。
In a good mood, our chief pats me on the shoulder. There's one more reason for his good mood. Due to the hunter's reckless attack on the town hall, our chief was able to get headquarters to hand down a standby and disarmament order for the hunters after a long talk on the phone.
やられたメラもよくやってくれた。確かにあれはジダードの遺体だ。
So Giordano hadn't left the island after all. We are now a step closer to the heart of this case. Giordano died on the day he broke my arm.
でも、どうしてわかったの？
Something about him was off during our second confrontation.
そういえばユウトくん言ってたよね。ジダードの性格が変わったって。
Yeah, I thought he was high on drugs or something, but there was one decisive keyword there. Riot. The words that echoed in my head during our fight was the same as the one Ogi Motoki used on me.
もしも扇先生がライカンスロープなら複数の能力を使うことができる。
Yeah, and it would be possible for him to transform into Giordano. Riot. That word isn't a prediction of the island's future. It was a phrase used to stimulate the lycanthrope cells inside me. Pretending to perform checkups on me as a doctor, he was actually laying the groundwork to control me. I wonder if Anna realized that. I don't like the idea of someone controlling my body.
つまり、最初の倉庫で戦ったのが本物のジダーノで、学院で戦ったのは扇先生。
It makes sense if we think of it like that.
入れ替わったのはいつだ？
I think it was on the day that I fought him at school. The real Giordano probably believed the false rumors spread by the hunters and came to save Anna-san, who was confined in the dorm. However, he was shot by the hunters who were waiting in ambush and took refuge in the school. I think everything up to that point was the real Giordano. He took many direct hits from those special bullets. If that were Ogi Motoki, he wouldn't have been able to cure me. Which means that they switched places just at the school.
それで学院にジダードの遺体があると思ったの？
Not a corpse, but I figured that we might find some evidence left. There's no way he'd be able to dispose of the corpse under the hunter's pursuit, right?
じゃあ、こないだの吸血事件も扇先生が？
Most likely.
動機は何なのかしら？
吸血鬼と人間の抗争を煽るため？
That's all I can think of too, but I wonder what's in it for him.
出てくる代表の指示か。
But what's the motive?
サヨ様を市長から追い落として、実権を握るためですか？
動機としては弱いな。だがひとまず事情を聞く必要ができたことは確かだ。
The phone rings and Miu picks up the receiver.
チーフ、携帯の通信ログが解読できたみたいです。
Giordano's phone was found not with him, but in the school's lost property storage. Maybe he dropped it when he was running. The fingerprints on it were confirmed to be his.
おい、この66メモリアルってのはなんだ？
A mobile phone game, a school dating sim, if I recall correctly.
まさかこっそりハマってたってことはないよね。
Wait a minute, didn't Anna play this game? A terrorist playing dating sims?
頻繁にアクセスしてメッセージを送っているな。
こういったゲームは参加者同士でメッセージをやり取りするのが醍醐味だそうです。
参加者ってのは誰なんだろうな。
アンナさん、寮にいるときはいつもこのゲームやってたよね。
Correct. I see, which means...
アンナ様は寮に避難しながらジダーノを操っていた？
If that's the case, it's what? Then it's possible that she was behind the whole thing.
まさか、サヨ様をさらったのも。
Putting down the report hastily, he picks up the receiver from the desk.
俺だ、マスカタだ。至急本部に伝えてくれ。すぐにゲーム会社のサーバーを押さえるんだ。
With the hunter's movements restricted, Ogi Motoki is our next target. The Public Order Committee, which had remained passive, or rather, was forced to remain passive, is finally catching up with the action. I start getting through the minimum preparations for what's about to come. Finished with our duties during the day, Azusa and I return to the dorm to get some sleep.
ユウト君、気づいてる？
That car? The dorm looks no different from usual. However, a car from the Public Order Committee is parked outside in order to keep an eye on me, given the possibility that I might get attacked. That car doesn't belong to our chief's department, it could be owned by the hunters. They've been told to remain on standby, but they're a reckless bunch.
それもだけど、街の様子。
Hmm?
もっと動きがあると思ったのに、落ち着いてたよね。
Maybe it means that the worst didn't happen for Anna-san. Once our chief delays his report like last time, our job is to get in touch with her and figure out the situation. And for that, we want her to be alive and well. Though I'm sure Azusa is genuinely worried about her condition. I can't be like her even if I tried, and that's also one of the reasons why I love Azusa so much. Come on, let's go home. I'm starving.
はーい、たこ焼き焼けたよ
Oh, I've been waiting! I'm digging in.
すごい食欲だね。
The smell has been drifting this way for a while now, so of course. Ouch, ouch. Nom nom.
こっちがチーズで、こっちのは筋肉も入ってるよ。
It's great. Delicious. Phew. Water, water.
そんなに焦って食べなくてもいいのに。
I'm not rushing. Ouch. Blow blow. Ha. Phew. Your cooking always tastes so good.
でも、これしかできないから。
Your pancakes and fried rice are good too.
それ味付けみんな一緒だし。
As long as it tastes good, then I don't see the problem. Though to be honest, I'm a little surprised since the household chores seemed like your strong point.
よく言われる。もっと勉強しないとな。
Seriously?
だって、ゆうとくん毎日粉物じゃ嫌でしょ？
Huh? Yeah, you're right. That took me by surprise. It felt like she proposed to me just then. Maybe I'm thinking too much. I must be really tired. Phew, I'm so full.
たくさん食べたね。今片付けるから。
I'll do the rest, so you get some rest. I quickly wash up the hot plate used for the dumplings as well as the cutlery and open up the box of ice cream we bought on our way home. I actually want to change into my normal clothes and relax, but we don't have the time for that. You liked raspberry and caramel, right?
ありがとう。
We have some difficult jobs waiting for us tomorrow. Actually, we might even get called out of bed tonight. Regardless, our chief told us to work in a pair if anything happens. If we are together, I won't have to worry about finding blood, but I'm sure that's not what he meant when he said that.
幸せ。
It's a cheap price to pay if this is all it takes to cure your fatigue, though I want to have it at a shop sometime.
今は仕方ないよ。これが終わったらデートだってできるしね。
Yeah, let's go to the amusement park or something. They have a massive haunted house there, don't they?
私お化け苦手。
Even though your boyfriend is a vampire.
それとこれとは別だよ。
If you're sleepy, you can go take a bath first.
うん。でも後でいいよ。今あんまり眠れそうにないし。
Although the food and dessert have eased some of our tension, it's unfortunate that I can't enjoy it fully. From the vast amounts of data left in the servers of the mobile game, evidence has emerged that Anna was the one behind all this. And unsurprisingly, it supports our theory.
アンナさんはジダーノに狙われていたんじゃなくて命令を出していたってことになるよね。
Based on the dates, it appears so. The conversation between two users who are thought to appear to be Anna and Giordano go back before the first vampire attack. The chain of messages that were sent to each other, they seem like simple relationship consultations, but it's believed that they most likely contain code words and secret signals. We weren't able to determine the exact details, but it seems that Anna was the more assertive of the two. To clarify, it appears that Giordano had done something under Anna's request. Anna Reticule pretended to take refuge in our dorm, but was pulling the strings behind the scenes. That's the current conclusion that our team has reached. By taking refuge in our dorm, she was able to give instructions behind Maya Aragami's back. The image of Anna immersed in her game comes to mind. So it comes down to her mobile phone and the doctor. We found him collapsed in the warehouse in the beginning. Thinking about it now, it was quite suspicious.
扇先生がお使い係だったってことだよね。
I think that's a logical assumption. The hunters raided the town hall because Anna was sheltering a criminal. And in light of this, they have been ordered to remain on standby. However, what's going to happen once the results of this investigation become clear?
でも何のためにアンナさんはそんなことしたのかな。
To overthrow Mayor Aragami and take control of the island.
それは何のために？
I'm assuming it's to fight with humans. Actually, I don't know. The image in my head doesn't quite match up with her character when she was in the dorm. It's not hard to imagine her stressed out with the current situation on the island. Assuming that she temporarily drives out the humans from the island, that's not exactly a victory.
そのことはアンナさんが一番よく知ってると思う。
If that happens, she'll just be asking to get attacked by the mainland, and the future of the island will become even worse. Unless she actually conquers the world, nothing will come of it.
しないよね。
I don't think so. But I remember Ogi Motoki saying this once: if vampires resort to terrorism, humans will be plunged into fear.
新しい吸血事件を起こしたのも扇先生。
Yeah, maybe that's his real intention. Even if he was behind all this, I don't know why Anna would get involved. Anyway, we don't have time. There's only so much time that our chief can buy us. News that I was captured would spread soon enough. Once that happens, the mainland is.
でも大丈夫。
Even in this situation?
アンナさんもきっとよくしようとしてると思うよ。
Azusa. That's how much Azusa trusts her. If anything, I find it admirable. Whilst I'm having my doubts, Azusa is going forward with her trust. I find it amusing. Can we still trust Anna-san?
だってチーフが言っていたでしょ。自分の目で見たものだけを信じろって。
She unconsciously fiddles with the mirror near her chest. I see, you're right. I will support Azusa. Just as Azusa said, when I moved to this island, I may have found another place where I belong. But this is all I need. Right now, the place where I belong is by Azusa's side. You still have the mirror with you? Mind if I take a look at it again? Superstitions sure are intriguing. That's the message hanging off against her chest. It's true that Anna-san's actions as the mastermind don't make sense. If she wants to use me as an icon, she would have just performed hypnosis on me and taken away my free will, and it goes without saying that letting me go does her no good. Anna Reticule. A mirror that's said to not reflect a vampire's figure. Staring back at me, is my face in a throne. The next moment... Whoa! What? I get hit with a strong impact. Rather than a headache, it feels like intense pain. What the hell? Azusa's mirror drops out of my hands.
Yuta-kun!
Azusa! Ark! It's the same as that time! Riot. The feeling in the mayor's office right after Ogi Motoki sent my cells haywire. That old vampire. His figure flickers in front of me for a split second. No. Are these my memories? These are Ogi's. No,